In the last 12 hours, we've done $400 in profit, well, $383. Yesterday, we rounded off the day at $621 in profit. And in the last week, we made $3,141 in profit off of $10,991 in sales. If you want to make profit like that, well, for one thing, it's not luck. If you do the right things, you follow the right steps, you can do it. If you had pressed all of the buttons I pressed on my keyboard in the last year, ordered the inventory that I ordered, you would have this exact sales history. So in honor of that, I wanted to teach you the who, what, why method and show you that anyone can find awesome Amazon FBA products to sell. And in fact, one key thing to keep in mind is that that was just one product. Okay, that wasn't like a bunch of small products that I had to work hard to build up a portfolio of. One good product can produce those results. I am not using a webcam today on account of I look like shit. Today is the 3-week anniversary since I launched the Savage Sellers course. So if you want to jump in and learn how to actually set up this business, learn some of the nuanced things, interview with some CPAs about the Amazon business model, figuring out your customer, figuring out how to pick a product, also get access instantly to my monthly product picks and retroactive access to the ones that I've released previously. On top of that, you have the ability to join me for a live Q&A twice a month, where I will answer your questions. And last but not least, if you need a one-on-one call with this guy, that's a horrible picture. You need a one-on-one call with me, there's a tier for that as well. So you get everything included here, plus the ability to literally sit on an hour-long Zoom call with me every single month. And if all of that wasn't enough, you'll also receive the biggest discount code possible for this software that we're gonna be using today. And it is the only software that I use, which is Helium 10. You'll receive 30% off your subscription price for 3 months. Now that is only available to people who join the course. So once you've downloaded Helium 10, navigate to Tools and then Black Box. And then I've really been liking these filter presets right here. They're great starting points, launching points. So for instance, one that you can try is small and light, as we know that the weight of a product and the size of a product greatly dictates how profitable it will be a lot of the time. So if you can sell a smaller product for more money, you will likely make more money. So all we're left to do is we have to go into the categories here and we will scroll through these beautiful categories and select patio, lawn and garden, maybe office products, and let's just leave it there. Let's look for small and light, patio, lawn and garden, and office products. And the one thing I do like to change is I like to go monthly units. We're selling 700, and then also sales change, 10% minimum change. That means that these products are growing. Okay, so it's the percentage month to month, not year over year. So they've actually been growing 10% last month. So that's good. We're finding listings that are actually doing well. They're small, they're light, they're selling a lot. The last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to the review count. We're gonna put in 5,000, okay? Much more than most, but like I said, using the tactics in my course and that I teach a lot of for free here on the YouTube channel, you can compete with listings like that, and that's how you actually make that kind of profit that I was showing you earlier with just one product. You don't go find little tiny baby cutesy little products and sell them. No, you go compete with the big dogs and you make a vastly superior offer to that customer that they would feel stupid saying no to, in the words of Alex Hormozy, and you win with branding. Do not get me wrong, I do not sell a private label course. I sell a brand building course. It teaches the intricacies of designing a superior product and marketing and branding, etc. Let's just start with a couple of these. And I recently heard in a video that I did that just going through every idea and saying yes or no instead of just looking at the ones I like was very helpful. So I'm gonna do that for you. Sticky notes? No. For obvious reasons, no one cares about a vastly superior sticky note, and probably no one's having problems with the current ones. Those are two of the big things that I like to look for. Also, nothing acting as the glue of that market, like holding those customers together. I like to use the kind of saying, analogy, whatever you want to call it. If you put 20 of your customers at random in a room together, how well would they get along? If they all leave as mostly friends and really enjoyed being in that room together, you likely have a perfectly niched down product and market. Sticky notes, no. Same thing goes for wooden clips. Things that are commodities where people just want to buy the best deal is not necessarily the product we want to go into. We want to go into markets, and write this down, where customers know that cheaper is not better. So we want them to actually see a higher priced product and associate that directly with being more valuable. I once sold this product that failed called Jungle Party Decorations. If you'll notice, all the pricing is 14, 15, 14, 9, 11, 10, 13, 15, 14.99. The problem that I made was that I tried to just make a kit like this. This is a good example. I tried to make a kit like this and I charged $34.99 and it was the best kit ever. However, what's the one problem with that? Well, people throw it away, right? They use it once and throw it away. They don't want to pay twice as much for something that when looking at it, you don't know if there's 180 balloons instead of 130 in this little main image. You don't know if the quality of the fake leaves are better or the amount of adhesive given is better to solve the customer reviews. No, you don't know any of that. You just see a higher priced product that looks relatively the same, but more of the thing. So you actually want a customer who knows that when I pay more, I'm getting more for it. And that is not that customer, okay? This is too specialized. It's not evergreen. It's a major thing that I look for. This is too commodity based. File organizer. The thing with that is going back to it's essentially acting like a commodity again. And a lot of these, another thing that I don't particularly like about them is there's no repurchasability. So my lifetime gross profit of a customer is equal to the gross profit of an individual sale, which sucks because that removes a lever that I can pull. I can't start increasing lifetime gross profit per customer. All I can play is reducing CAC, or cost to acquire a customer, which can be difficult. I'd rather just increase what everyone is worth. Generally, when you start hitting that low point where like, hey, our CAC's not moving, we're this is what we pay to acquire a customer. The next thing that you start doing is you start increasing what each customer is worth to you. And with almost every one of these, you cannot do that, okay? So we want to look for problems to solve, and then we want to look for also future problems to solve. So this solves a problem. Yes, I've now decorated my child's birthday or whatever. However, that's over. I'm not coming back to your brand. I do not care who you are. I will not follow you on social. I do not want an email from you, and I do not want another product from you. You see the problem there? We're trying to build a brand. That's not a way to do it. Now, let's keep moving. Garden netting is interesting because who, what, why model. The who is gardener, the what is netting, and the why, well, let's go see. So we're gonna open this one up. This is an example I have really quick. I just pulled up a document for my course. Customer who, like bodybuilder, product what, protein, market where, health and wellness, current problem, why, filler ingredients, solution, how, 8 ingredient protein. So let's follow that model here. Gardener, what, gardening net, why, insect issue, how, let's go see. And the how is determined by what customers currently think about the products that already exist. And now here is an interesting point. A lot of people like to see really bad reviews here. Or at least they say that, like people who say they sell on Amazon are like, you want to look for a market with horrible reviews. That means there's something to solve. Yes, but that could also just mean that the customers, the type of person that buys that product, complains a lot. That's not out of this question, right? Think of this, we're curating a customer with expectations. Customers are not created equally. A customer who pays more for something is actually a better customer to have for a business. They tend to work harder, appreciate the thing more, get more out of the thing, and therefore instantly see more value in the thing that they purchased. A customer who pays close to nothing for something generally has higher expectations, blames the thing when it doesn't work and not themselves, and leaves negative reviews on products even if it was user error. Sometimes bad reviews are bad products. Sometimes bad reviews are bad customers. So I like to actually see a general list of pretty good reviews. And then I like to see some main points. And it's actually kind of hard to look through hundreds of reviews. So I really like this Helium 10 tool called Review Insights. And within Review Insights, we can go to Review Analysis. Now, what Review Analysis does is it shows you common phrases that are brought up and then the star rating associated to it. So this is actually a very good listing. I would say I would want it to be slightly more negative than this. There's not much bad being said about this. But just because there's not something bad being said about this one doesn't mean we can't go above and beyond. Sometimes people don't know what they want until you look into what they're actually doing, think creatively about it, become a market expert, and then improve the product and showcase that to them. After having this exposed to the weather for a couple of weeks, the cord along the bottom that closed the mesh deteriorated so much that I went to tighten the closure. It broke in multiple places. I now have to figure out how to keep it closed. That's actually a really easy thing to fix. Had a horrible time getting these on my bushes even after tying them with the string first. These bags are too narrow and way too long. Drawstrings began breaking after the first week, so that's something that this company cheaped out on that we can definitely fix. It's not hard to get a much more durable product built, especially if it's a string. The next place that I would go from here is I would go from an individual product to the market as a whole. So I'm going to search the actual product here and take the search term that they were trying to rank for, which is generally at the beginning of a title. And I'm going to see what the market looks like as a whole. And now keep in mind, this is a product for a customer. This is not the market. The market is gardening and gardening products. The customers are gardeners. This is one little itsy bitsy product that this individual buys. So because this does not work, does not mean you have to ditch this niche. That's one of the big mistakes that I made early. It's also one of the big mistakes that I see individuals making that I coach, that they throw away the baby with the bathwater, so to say. So let's see, we want to look at the individual sales of sellers in this market and look for standouts. We can see this listing is actually selling $63,000 per month. This is selling $30,000 per month, $180,000, $20,000. So whenever I see this much volume in an area, I immediately see opportunity. If I have a significantly higher quality product and a significantly, and really what I mean by that is my offer is better. It's not maybe just the product, but what comes with the product, what is the what are the specifications of the product and why is that better and how can you prove that and how can you show it, more importantly. It's one thing to say you're better. Everyone says they're better. Reach out to any supplier and say, can we make this higher quality? And they'll say, no, sir, this is the highest quality. That's why we have a higher price. It is never true, right? So one exercise, mental exercise that I like to do, don't think of budget. Do not think of how to source it. Do not even think of how to execute on it. Research the customer via review insights, watch YouTube videos about these products, go to forums about these products, and then ask yourself, how could I make this product or an offer containing multiple products for this specific need of this customer so good that they would feel stupid saying no? That's so simple and so powerful. It's one of the favorite lessons that I learned from Alex Ramosi about building offers. If you can do that, you will start to see opportunities all around you. And then you just think about the quality of the opportunity. And I like to break that down into how hard is it going to be to execute? If I do execute it properly, what's the payout going to be? We can break these down into first principles. How hard is this product in market and customer to launch to? How hard is this product in market and customer to launch to? If I win there, what are the potential earnings? If I win there, what are the potential earnings? Which customer is more likely to interact with my brand off of Amazon? Would they follow us around to social and would they want to sign up for our email list? Or is it more of a one-off product? Using simple criterias like that and other ones that I teach here on the channel, you can be successful with the model as I showcased at the beginning of this video. Do not have to put up with a subpar life and you can build a business just like I did as a young entrepreneur. If you start asking the right questions and typing the right buttons on your keyboard, you too can achieve results like that. And I am just getting started. Let that be clear. Be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss future free content here on the channel about selling on Amazon. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much. Later.